In her introductory address, the state coordinator of the National Youth Service Corps, Mrs. Olanyinka Abdul-Wahab, who noted that 3,068 corps members passed out of the orientation camp with 8 abscondees and 5 extension, encouraged the youth to inculcate the tradition of discipline, hard work, and self-reliance they have learned. She implored them to stand out, never compromise, and always remember that there are no shortcuts on the road to success. Mrs. Abdul-Wahab urged them to cultivate the skills they have acquired in the Skill Acquisition and Entrepreneurship Development class, just as she added that the current situation in the country demands that they put into use creative thinking and individual initiative and not search for non-existent white-collar jobs.
Focus more on self-employment. Resolve in your mind to try your hands on productive ventures as a means to earning a decent living in the society, thereby contributing to the economic growth of the nation.
The event climaxed with the presentation of NYSC discharge certificate to the outgoing corps members, who in turn appreciated the governor with 3 hearty cheers. Oluchi Amuda, OSBC News.
As Osun State governorship election is few days away from now, residents in the state have been charged to keep supporting the administration of Governor Adegboyega Oyetola for his re-election come 16th of this month. The State Commissioner for Special Duties and Regional Integration, Engineer Leko Badmus, gave the charge at the special interdenominational prayers for the victory of Governor Oyetola at the July 16th governorship election and Asiwaju Bola Tinubu presidential ambition. Our reporter, Oluwatobi Loba Odunuga, has details.
Ahead of the governorship election in the state of Osun, Ilerioluwa Support Group held a special interdenominational prayer for the victory of Governor Adegboyega Oyetola at the July 16 polls and the success of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu in the 2023 presidential election. The special prayer, which was presided over by both Muslim and Christian clerics, including Sheikh Ibrahim Alfa Lawal, Prophet Olorutobi, and Pastor Akinloye, among others, had the attendance of party faithfuls who moved out in mass to call on God for the victory of the incumbent governor, Mr. Adegboyega Oyetola, in a second-term bid. In his remarks, the State Commissioner for Special Duties and Regional Integration, Engineer Leko Badmus, maintained that the good works and achievements of Governor Oyetola have endeared him to the people in the state, urging the people in the state to keep supporting his administration. Engineer Badmus reiterated that if Governor Oyetola is re-elected in the coming July 16 gubernatorial election, the people in the state of Osun will keep enjoying the governor's good gestures.
We pray for massive victory for Governor Adegboyega Oyetola at the polls. There is no iota of doubt about the competence of the people's governor, who has consolidated excellently on the development he made on ground.
The special interdenominational prayers climaxed with the distribution of food items to the people, including the physically challenged, the Igbo and the Fulani community, widows among others, who took turns to appreciate the state government for extending their support to the people. Oluwatobi Loba Odunuga, reporting for OSBC News.
Another market men and women at Okeoniti in Oloruda local government area have unanimously agreed to support the re-election of Governor Adegboyega Oyetola for second term in office due to humongous achievement in our sectors. The Yaloja of Anaye Market, Onifadegani, had made a remark during a sensitization engagement meeting with special advisor to the governor on civic engagement, Honorable Olatobos Nwitiloye, at the Market Square. David Ojo now reports.
This was a song rendered by the market men and women of Anaye, Okeoniti in Olorunda local government area of the state, the Yaloja Onifade Ganiya and Babaloja Elekede Ganiyu of the market uploaded the programs and policies of present administration, assuring Governor Oyetola of absolute support for his re-election come July 16, 2022. The duo appreciated the governor for fighting for the cause of the masses in the areas of empowerment programs across the state, soft loans for market men and women, and all the infrastructural development embarked upon by his administration. Speaking at the Market Square, the special advisor to the governor on civic engagement, Honorable Latuboso Tiloye, commended the effort of all the market men and women for their loyalty and support for the present administration. The former lawmaker said the purpose of his visit is to sensitize them on how to vote during the election day. Honorable Tiloye said their permanent voter cards is their power and should be used judiciously for Governor Oyetola.
I have persuaded them that they should vote for the incumbent governor because he has what it takes to sustain the performance and the added value he has been doing in the last 4 years.
He appealed to the market men and women to vote for Governor Adegbooyega Oyetola, who has continued to turn the fortune of the state to be the best in the southwest of Nigeria. This is David Ojo reporting for OSBC News.
While the president of the Court of Appeal, Justice Monica Dongban-Menson, has constituted the Osun Governorship Election Petition Tribunal sitting in Osogbo, a release signed by the Secretary of the Tribunal, David Mike, says the venue is the High Court complex, Osogbo. According to him, the registry of the tribunal is open for business. Beneficiaries of free integrated medical and surgical outreach program in Osun State have lauded Governor Adegbooyega Oyetola for making the health of the citizens his major concern, even from the grassroots level. Omotayo Adebodun has details.
Osun State government, through the Osun State Primary Health Care, organized a free health, medical, and surgical outreach program in the state. In Ilesha West local government, Oriade local government, and Ife Central, which cut across immunization, COVID-19 vaccines, health talk, and free surgeries. Tests were conducted to ascertain the health conditions of the beneficiaries. Other services included general surgery, free medical examination, distribution of drugs, counseling and awareness talk, blood sugar level check, among others. In their separate interviews, the medical officers of health of the Primary Health Care Center of Okenyi, Ilesha, Ijebu-Jesha, and Aderemi in Ile-Ife, Dr. Adelani Alabi, Dr. Moses Adeniran, and Dr. S.A. Olaoye, all lauded the state government for giving attention to the health sector. They further clarified that those who have been booked for medical surgery will be attended to after the Health Cabri celebration.
In Ilesha today, the turnout is tremendous. People have put out very much. They have come to receive services. We have drugs, we have system of intervention, we have blood sugar check, we have a malaria parasite check. We have other booked for surgeries that will be done after the summer celebrations.
We have to give kudos to our governor, Alhaji Boyega Oyetola, for the contribution of the health priority of our people in the rural area. We really appreciate it.
Although we have been attending to them since morning, so most of them they have benefited from the program. So we have both medical and surgical cases registry.
Immunization and COVID-19 outreach continues in all local governments, while the free integrated medical and surgical outreach continues till Friday in respective cluster local governments. Omotayo Adebodun, OSBC News.
The Olokuku of Okukwaba Samuel Oyebode Oluronke II has appealed to sons and daughters of the town to rally round and continue to contribute their quota to the development of the town. This, according to the Moknak, will ensure that the town overcomes its challenges and achieves overall development. Oba Oyebode made an appeal at the presentation of some hospital items to the UCH Comprehensive Health Center Okuku to enhance overall performance of the health facility. Adeyemi Abodere now reports.
According to Oba Samuel Abioye Oyebode Olurunke II, the Olokuku of Okuku in Odotin local government area of the state, the ancient town is in dear need of the support of its sons and daughters, home and in the diaspora, at this crucial time in its history to achieve the objective of its overall development, while calling on them to answer the clarion call to contribute their resources to the development of their Jerusalem, which is Okuku. The monarch reminded them that government alone cannot shoulder the responsibility of every needs of the people, hence the need for all and sundry to play their part in uplifting the society. The Olukuku noted that the presentation of the items, which includes 3 refrigerators, 2 power generators, 6 standing fans and beddings to the University College Hospital Comprehensive Health Center, Okuku, followed assessment of the challenges confronting the health facility and the urgent needs to alleviate the challenges, while applauding some indigenes of Okuku who have committed resources to enhance productivity of the health center. Oba Abioye Olurunke appealed to others to follow suit.
I believe is that the government cannot do everything to all the communities. And because of that, each community should play their role to finance development, to enhance development. So my advice to sons and daughters of Okuku is that wherever they are, that they should come home either once or twice in a year to come and donate, contribute to the development of Okuku.
Earlier in his address, the chairman, Board of Trustees, Egbe Igbimo Omo Ilu Okuku, Chief Abimbola Adesina, said the intervention became necessary following the request received for assistance from the management of the Health Center, noting that substantial resources used in the purchase of the items were drawn from the money realized from the Okuku Day fundraiser. Caretaker Chairman, Oduotin Local Government, Mr. Oladile Adepoju, who spoke at the event, was appreciative of those who devoted their time and resources to the realization of the items donated to the UCH Comprehensive Health Center, Okuku. Oba Samuel Oyebode, flanked by his traditional chiefs, past and present executive members of Egbe Igbimo Omo Ilu Okuku, thereafter presented the items, which include refrigerators, power generators, standing fans, and beddings to the representatives of the Chief Medical Director, University College Hospital, Ibadan, Dr. Busayo Akindoyin, who promised to put them into proper use. Adeyemi Aboderi, OSBC News.
The Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Saad Abubakar, has lamented that the several challenges, especially insecurity, currently bedeviling the country, are becoming unpleasant, such that there is need to set the face of God. These were contained in a statement by a spokesman of the Sultan released in Kaduna today, quoted the Sultan as expressing concern over the 2023 general election. Alhaji Saad Abubakar, who is a Nigerian Muslim spiritual leader, to have urged the Muslim Ummah, both at home and those performing Hajj in Saudi Arabia, to pray and fast fervently for the stability, security, peace, and overall development of the land. The Sultan therefore implored all and sundry, especially Muslims, to dedicate special prayers against all the menaces and calamities such as insecurity, poverty, high cost of living, and corruption bedeviling the country. Meanwhile, Osun State pilgrims to the 2022 Hajj are in high spirits as they arrived in Muna today, preparatory to Arafat tomorrow. OSBC correspondent Muhyiddin Adeleke report that the 577 pilgrims, including the officials, were made bedecked in their Ihram clothes. The Secretary of Osun State Muslim Pilgrim Welfare Board, Bolaji Sani, was speaking with OSBC News, lauded Osun State pilgrims for being good ambassadors of the state in the Holy Land. It disclosed that Osun State has remained the pathfinder in the Hajj administration, as it was able to accomplish the airlift of the contingent well ahead of the time without any hitch. Mr. Sani said necessary arrangements have been made to ensure the comfort of the pilgrims in Medina and Mecca, as well as their stay in Arafat tomorrow. The administrative secretary of the Muslim Pilgrim Welfare Board hinted that a special prayer session will be organized at Arafat tomorrow for peaceful and successful conduct of the 2022 state governorship election next week Saturday. The federal government has declared Monday 11th and Tuesday 12th of July 2022 as public holidays to mark this year's Eid al-Kabir celebration. Minister of Interior Rauf Aregbesola, who made the declaration on behalf of the federal government, congratulated all Muslims and Nigerians, both at home and the diaspora, on the occasion. When Aregbesola called on Muslims to continue to imbibe the spirit of love, peace, kindness, and sacrifice as exemplified by the Holy Prophet Muhammad. He added that they should also use the period to pray for peace, unity, prosperity, and stability of the country, considering the challenges of insecurity that Nigeria faces at the moment. The minister assured that the administration of President Buhari is committed to the security of lives and properties of all Nigerians, empowering the citizens and successful living, the provision of social investment programs, and adequate security in the schools. When Aregbesola therefore urged Nigerians to take responsibility by reporting any suspicious individual and criminal activities they observe around them to law enforcement agencies with the use of an alert application that has been designed to mitigate security challenges with prompt response from security agencies. In the same development, the state government has reiterated its commitment to provide free train ride to Osogbo for its citizens in Lagos willing to celebrate the Eid al-Kabir with their families in Osun State. The Commissioner for Commerce, Industry, Cooperatives and Empowerment, Dr. Bode Olaonipekun, made it known in a statement in Osogbo that the free train service with the Bad Ido terminus in Lagos tomorrow in the morning will stop overs at designated train centers and stations in Osogbo and Oyo State to pick passengers. Dr. Olaonipekun added that the train is expected to arrive at the Nelson Mandela Train Park, Station Road, Osogbo, in Osogbo. The commissioner noted that the administration of Governor Gboyega Oyetola has been doing it since its assumption of office by providing free train service for indigents of the state in Lagos coming home to celebrate all religious celebrations. A Lagos State High Court sitting in Lekki has sentenced a boat operator, Happiness Elebiju, to life imprisonment over the death of 13 passengers in a boat accident. Justice Josephine Oyefeso, who also sentenced Elebiju to 6 months imprisonment for operating a boat without a license, as the prosecution proved his case beyond reasonable doubt. It was gathered that Elebiju was arraigned before Justice Oyefeso on 11 count bordering on manslaughter and operating a boat without a license. The convict was said to have committed the crime on July 29, 2020, after loading his passengers from Kirikiri to Badagry. Now welcome to our sports segment. Over now to Olubunmi Ajiboye Agbola for sports stories.
Falcons face a must-win game against a Botswana team, riding on a wave of success at the ongoing Morocco 2022 African Women Nations Cup. It will be recalled that Nigeria lost its opening game 1-2 to South Africa, while Botswana were masterly in their 4-2 defeat of Burundi. The least Nigeria needs now is a draw against the Mars, which would boost them to a play for a win in their last group game against Burundi on Sunday. However, for 9-time African champions, nothing short of victory will assuage the feelings of their fans, who are still reeling from their underwhelming performance against Bayana last Monday. It was learned that the Super Falcons will be without the injured Asisat Oshoala, who hurt a nail in the game against South Africa. She has been ruled out of the championship completely. Meanwhile, team captain Onome Ebi has appealed to Nigerians to continue supporting the team, saying the loss to South Africa is a wake-up call. While on Wimbledon, Ons Jabeur has become the first African woman in the Open era to reach a Grand Slam singles final today when she defeated close friend Tiana Maria in the Wimbledon semi-finals. The 27-year-old world number 2 from Tunisia triumphed 6-2, 3-6, 6-1 and will face either 2019 champion Simona Halep or Elena Bayakina. In Saturday's championship match, Jabeur said it's a dream come true for years of work and sacrifice as a proud African woman to be the first Arab player to make a slam semi-final. Junior Messias has completed his rise from delivery man to Serie A star when his move to AC Milan was made permanent by the Italian champions. Brazilian Messias signed for Milan last summer on a season-long loan from Crotone with an option to buy for just over 5 million euros and was an important part of his team's charge to the Serie A title. Scoring 5 times in 26 league appearances, Milan confirmed in a statement that Messias has signed a contract with the club until 30th of June 2024 after renegotiating the purchase fee to a reported 4.5 million euros plus bonuses. Messias' arrival at the highest levels of club football is all the more impressive given he began his career in Italy in the amateur game over a decade ago. Olubumi Ajiboye Agbola reporting.
Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Boris Johnson, has resigned as conservative leader and will step down as Prime Minister when a new leader is found. Mr. Johnson quits Downing Street after less than 3 years on the job, despite having won a huge majority in the 2019 general election. Meanwhile, outgoing prime ministers are usually expected to stay in office until a successor is found. At the moment, there is no obvious successor to Mr. Johnson, but there are several potential candidates. Until he officially gives up the office of Prime Minister, Mr. Johnson has the same powers in theory, but in reality lacks the authority to introduce any radical new policy. That ends the major report on OSBCTV. It was edited by Olubumi Ajiboye Agbola. Babatunde Bolatito is my name. Thanks for watching. Good night.